socks. We're talking practical presence. And you know, sometimes you don't realize that your blood pressure needs to be checked on a regular basis. Maybe you haven't been to the doctor for a while. I know a lot of people put it off when we were in the pandemic, and so now people are needing to go back. But this is something where you can monitor your own blood pressure every single day if you want, a couple times a day. It's completely up to you. It's all done on the wrist. It's super easy. Let me just tell you, it's only $28.45. It was $38.75, so you're saving $10 and getting free shipping and handling. We can even break it down into 5 payments of about $5.70 per monthly payment. I want to bring in Denise Repko because she is one of our health and wellness experts. And it's always great to have you with us, Denise, because I know whatever you bring to us is truly practical for everybody's life.
Yeah, and thank you, Mary Beth. And I'll tell you, just this past Thanksgiving, we had Thanksgiving dinner with my parents, who both, by the way, they're good now, but they're a little under the weather for Thanksgiving. So my dad has high blood pressure. My mom has started recently taking blood pressure medication. So this is a tool that is beyond important because we use it. And if you have been diagnosed with high blood pressure, it's imperative to test at home every single day. If you don't even know you have high blood pressure, which by the way is almost half of American adults have it and don't even know. And that's why it's called the silent killer. So a tool like this, a diagnostics tool, is so critical, so invaluable, and this makes it easy. It's a push-button wrist cuff that is backlit with either a green, a yellow, or a red color with very big numbers. So, and it speaks to you, so you don't have to know how to interpret it. You don't have to know a thing. You put it on, you push a button, and it talks to you through the entire process. If you want to put it on silent mode, you can, or it can even speak to you in Spanish, but it holds 90 memories, but it is that tool that will store those 90 memories with the date, the time, the systolic, the diastolic, the blood pressure, your heart rate, all of the critical information that you need. And you can take it with you to the doctor's office as well.
Yeah, that's what I think is so critical. And like you said, with your parents, I'm sure you were so thrilled that they could be at your place, you know, for Thanksgiving. But they are under the weather, or, you know, or like you say, if they're on medication, a lot of times that medication has to be adjusted. Well, the doctor can't come to your house every day and take your blood pressure to figure out if your medicine needs to be adjusted. You need to take that upon yourself, and this is the way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And my dad just took it upon himself to take some regular over-the-counter cold medicine, which interacted not positively with his blood pressure medication. So, you know, there's a lot of things that you have to understand, but this we wouldn't have known had we not had, you know, our blood pressure monitor. You know, our cars, our cell phones, our refrigerators and microwaves have more diagnostics built in than our bodies. You know, you can't look at somebody and say, oh, they have high blood pressure. You can't see if somebody's blood vessels are aging and losing their elasticity, because that's what happens. And women, the people who take care of everybody else but themselves, once you're at the age of 65, you become at a higher risk than men for high blood pressure. And as you said, your diet, your exercise, do you smoke? How much stress are you under? Are you feeling, you know, sick? Are you taking medications that could be contraindicative? And Mary Beth, this, I'm glad you're doing that, because that you want to put that on opposite. So opposite a wristwatch, that's perfect. So many people get it home and put it on that way. That's why I have this big display board here, because this shows you how to put it on and how to take an accurate reading, because you want to follow the same protocol as the doctor's office, meaning you don't talk, you sit quietly, and then you want to hold that monitor at about heart's level. We do have some videotape that shows how to do it, but what I'll tell you, because I don't want to do it live, because it takes about 40 seconds. They're perfect. I love you guys. So what you do is you can use the case to prop up your arm, and you just push one single button, takes about 40 seconds, Relax your hand, don't talk, hold that monitor at approximately heart's level, and it will take the reading. Not only will it speak to you through the entire process, but the backlit means green is a good reading, yellow is pre-hypertension, red is hypertension, and you need to get in touch with medical professionals ASAP. But it takes the guesswork out. I'm not a nurse or a doctor, nor do I expect my parents to. And this is what it would say, yes. So it goes through that whole process for you. If you want to put it on silent, you can. If you want it to speak in Spanish to you, you can do that as well. The batteries are included. So honestly, the easiest way, the last thing you want to do when you're taking your blood pressure is stress yourself out over taking your blood pressure, you know? You want it to be simple. You just put it on the opposite of wristwatch where that brachioradial artery is right there. When people take your pulse, that's where you want that to be. Loosely fit, and it takes that blood pressure and gives you that reading, that accurate reading that it will store for you. And it just makes it easy. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. And that's why typically we don't take it here on air.
Yeah.
I did today, but it's because we're around, we're talking, we're, you know, all that stuff. That's why, when do you feel like is the best time to take your blood pressure?
Thank you for asking that. You know what I like to recommend for people is when you get up in the morning, before you have your cup of coffee, before you do any of that running around, just sit down quietly, give yourself about 5 minutes, put on the cuff, and then take that reading.
Yeah.
And try to take it around the same time every day. And again, if you've been diagnosed with high blood pressure, please do take it a couple times a day. When you go to the doctors, take this with you, because there's something called white coat syndrome, that just the stress and the anxiety of life, running around, getting to the doctor's office, could give you that high and accurate reading. And the doctor might say, well, you know, what's going on? Scroll through your readings, and if you have those high readings, you'll see what time, what day, what was going on in your life. You can have that conversation, because white coat syndrome is real. And white coat syndrome is the equivalent of what goes on in QVC when you're running around from set to set to set. Yes, it's so true.
That's for sure.
But this just makes it
That's
easy.
why, I mean, believe me, my blood pressure is always very good.
You're
so
good.
I don't have to worry about it right now. But the fact is, to be able to have one at home that you can use at any moment, that's the part that I like. I like the part that you save the money right now in Cyber Week, sale prices, and also the free shipping and handling. Denise, thank you so much. I got my Tommy Copper socks on.
Oh, I love it, Mary Beth. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, still to come, we also have more